Previously, in the world of Galamora.
My internet decided to came back. The gods heard my prayers.
Hey, who's that? And he's pointing over towards Brock.
Leader of the Artificer Guild of Vestia. We're here on official business.
And I assume that's the entourage back there.
That's the entourage. Some of them are also leaders of guilds.
Living spaces as well as business fronts seem to be carved into pillars of stone, and almost like they're conjoined with the mountain itself. And just from this entryway alone, it's hard to tell if there's like a top or bottom.
What
you see a hand reach up through the crack as it widens.
Can I push it back down?
And you see Elric appear as he pulls his torso up through the stone ground.
Oh my god.
Okay, but what about the Subaru?
Kara has something to show you. It's this thing.
She shows this giant plan of all the parts of a Subaru.
The record seems like it might be incomplete. Are you looking for somebody else?
And hold just the page in front of the light coming out of the lamp.
It just seems to be like this row of almost like bowling pin cylinders.
Faceless, creepy outer people that speak in riddles.
That's pretty close. If they were telling you to come here, it might mean that somebody else is down here.
Perhaps next time using the words, hey, don't touch that might help?
Clearly you've never had to deal with this kind of riffraff before. Fancy pants living over in Vestia where everybody's all goody two-shoes. He starts wandering away. What brings you here anyway? Don't you got some important things to do back in Vestia?
We are here on official business, and I am afraid that is above your pay grade.
We've had to change our plans. You see, now the guild that we work here is focused more so on exploring naturally formed caverns and caves and extracting the materials from those. Do you keep moving to the left?
Yep, Shanti immediately skirts to the left.
You do that, and as you do that, this thing zips through the air with a pretty fierce crackle to it. A flash of lightning appears. It seems like something struck the ground and then lightning seemed to have come from it.
You shot an arrow at me that exploded into lightning. How would that have not killed me?
If it wasn't you, it would have hit you. My family was wiped out much like yours, but I didn't get to run away to some fairy tale land. My sister is in a slumber at the very bottom of the mines.
Should we be concerned about that?
I check on her every 6 months and she was fine. It is about time I check on her though. That is the last guy on my list. Do you know why?
Do I look like I read your mind already? No, I don't know why. Because you like killing people? I truly don't.
He is the one that ruined both your and my life.
How can you not have 20
Transition.
Because I'm... oh my god. Hi, everybody!
STDs.
Listen. Okay, before we get started...
Oh my god, they did change the faces.
Okay, before we get started, I do have to say, I may or may not be slightly drunk. I did indeed have 4 margaritas at dinner with my parents, so I am definitely...
What does this button do?
Please don't blow up Malaysia.
I blew up Malaysia.
I blew up Malaysia. Anyway, I'm having fun, so Makeshift is definitely gonna have to help me here. Makeshift.
Yes?
Do we have anything to say?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but just
Mars?
as a quick reminder about the final events of the previous session.
Wait, why the fuck? What the fuck? No, wrong.
We have passed Tuesday.
I swear to God, I know what I'm doing. Oh God.
I believe in you,
You just
Brian.
started playing the recap?
I accidentally started playing the recap.
So today, everybody is going to be a swashbuckler
All right, let's
rogue,
watch it again.
Oh yeah.
because we have all had a bit too much rum.
God,
Yeah,
I'm so
how are you
sorry.
gonna be?
Downstairs, we can do that.
I'm really sorry.
With one quick click,
Don't
I
worry.
can have alcohol sent to me.
So based on circumstances, this session's going to be a good bit shorter. It's only going to be like 2 hours at the max, which is fine since I already planned around that. Aside from that, the most recent events that transpired at the end of the previous campaign was that the exit to the lower levels of Diriona in this abandoned district that they're inside of was closed off by seemingly a collapse in the tunnels, but upon investigation of their side of the rubble, they were able to see one untriggered silent explosive, which looked a lot like a candlepin bowling pin. Or a candlestick bowling pin. Finally said that right for the first time in my life. And
Oh yeah.
basically, Shanti and
Candlepin
Loon
bowling stick.
were both like, yeah, this is the dude that ruined our lives. You want to go?
It's
Wanna
more
go
like
fight him?
Loon went, yo, this is the guy that ruined our lives, and Shanti's like, fucking what?
Exactly.
I may be drunk, but I
And
remember that.
with that, that is where your characters are all standing, next to the rubble that is alongside the rubble that blocked off the exit to the area you came from. There's still a pretty thick fog surrounding you, and you have no idea where that dwarf went.
Shanti is staring at Loon with this kind of look of both fuck you and why do I not believe you? That's a double negative, isn't it?
Tyrell will just sort of waddle forward a tiny bit and just sort of raise their hand up as if in school, and like, okay, so I might have a few very, very many questions. So and they point at Elric. So you're the king of the Fey Wild,
Yes.
and then points at Shanti, and you are the child of a god.
Shanti
And-
turns and looks at you, raises her eyebrows in a very much, are we really gonna do this right now? And then looks back at Loon.
And then points at Carl, and you are his sibling, I don't know. And then you, points at Loon, are also a god, or somehow related to one. I've never done anything like this. Do I need to? What?
Are you
just
broken?
loving this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Mars, repeat that.
She said,
Are
"Are
you
you
broken?
Yeah.
I've just never. I don't think I've ever met a god or the children of gods. Do I bow to you?
Please don't.
Is-
Well, considering that the closest thing you had to a god nearby was me.
Not really a
and-
god, more like
Yeah.
gods are my employees.
Yeah, I'm still working out how that all works. But, I mean, I never bowed to Laverton. She usually shot spears at me using her powers every time she looked at me. So the gods aren't really all that worthy of your respect. You don't have to worry about keeping up formalities.
The gods are douchebags. Yay!
Yay.
But okay. So you're people. Okay, then. And you were looking for something, and then Loon appeared, and she wants you to go to their sister.
Yes.
And
So,
the guy that led us here, is Is he dead? Did we lead him into his death?
The
What
dwarf
happened to
from-
that?
The dwarf from before?
Yeah.
Actually, now that you mention it, I can't see him anywhere around here. He must have wandered off a bit too far and managed to escape.
And I could send him something, but I don't think that would be of much help.
Also, is there any particular reason you found yourself outside the Feywild? Last I checked, weren't you living there?
I was, yes, but I found the thing and I touched it, and then I came into this world, so I am here now.
There was an
Yes.
item somewhere in the Feywild that could teleport you back into the material plane.
It was in a cave somewhere relatively far away. I don't know.
And what did it look like?
It was like a statue, sort of, I think, a foot tall, silvery, looked like one of those owl bears.
He glances up and down at you.
And what's the story with all of the other modifications?
Well, which one? There's really quite a lot, sort of.
Can I get the short version of what caused you to be attached to
All that shit.
6? I can't quite count how many of them are on you. Why do you have so many cursed objects attached to your body?
Well, I find shiny things, and then I touch them, and then they won't let go.
So
Do they kill people?
So you've been.
Sometimes they do, yes.
You have. How many would you guess that you have? It looks like at a glance about 6 at least, just from the objects. But it's probably more. How many are on you?
They just sort of look off into the distance, trying to recount every single thing they ever touched or encountered. Just probably more than 15? I don't know.
You
But
see
I mean,
Elric's eyes go wide.
How is your soul intact? I
I
don't
don't
think.
know.
Give me a moment to process it, everyone. Let me try and illustrate this to you.
Mhm.
I have one curse on my body, and it's the Vertin's curse. It is very
Okay.
deeply rooted in my soul. That alone is not only enough to make me mostly immune to just about anything most gods could curse me with, but it already takes up most of the space inside. Well, kind of abbreviating the complexity here, but you can't exactly fit more than one curse inside you. 3 alone should have been enough to outright tear your identity asunder. How do you have 15 in you?
I don't know. I just sort of picked them up. I mean, some of them are a bit annoying.
Just
And
saying
they-
we should probably keep this one very far from the depths of the mines.
Yeah, that would probably be wise.
Is it dangerous down there?
Yes, and you don't want
Yes.
to touch anything.
Well, there is a curse here. Just don't take any of the gold.
And more
Do
importantly,
not touch the gold.
yeah, it would be a bad idea. That's one more curse that probably won't keep you alive after that one. I'm also going to need to find the soonest opportunity to send you back to the Feywild. I'm assuming you
Yeah.
actually want to go back, right?
I would like to see Mama and Papa again.
Aww.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this mountain is not dug out or excavated in the same way in the Feywild, so I can't teleport you until we're actually back on the surface. Otherwise, I might be sending you straight into solid stone where you die immediately.
That would be
Oof.
painful.
Yes.
I mean, I have a spell that can teleport me 30 feet.
He looks over at the pile of rubble.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that's more than 30 feet.
Look at Brock. He's the resident dwarf. He should know.
That is more like 50. Considering the amount of explosives I heard.
Fuck explosives. Lose your shit. What are y'all doing in the chat?
What's
Nothing.
going on there?
Dimension door. Zendil's cleaning the car. Shanti's having a mental breakdown.
Maintenance.
Okay.
I cast Create Water and begin to do the Hooters car wash.
Oh my god, wait, for real? Are you stripping
The
on the Hot Wheels car?
Tale of Hot
Correct, I'm a true wild one.
Are you fucking
We're
stripping?
having pastime, aren't we? You know, conversations,
Do you wanna-
cards, the multiple corrupted items. Will I clean my new baby?
Do you want to try and dimension door out of here?
You could.
I mean, that was the spell I was thinking of. I might have slightly underestimated the range.
500 feet?
I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about
Oh, fuck.
Misty Step.
However,
I remembered Misty Step.
it does say arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, or one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward, or upward to the northwest at the 45-degree angle, 300 feet. And if you can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who's carrying gear up to carrying capacity. Creature must be within 5 feet of you. If it will arrive in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a shot?
No.
Oof.
I think that might be a slightly bad idea.
Okay. See if you think so.
Makeshift, you scare me. I need you
What
to know
hap-
that.
It
What
will
has he
probably
not?
be
I
able
wanna
to
point
get you
that
to
out.
like the marketplace, but not necessarily out of the mountain.
Okay, Makeshift.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How much of the mist is left? Like, still a fuck
So,
ton? Because
the
I know
mist-
Elric destroyed some of it.
the mist is kind of it keeps on sweeping in because it's kind of like
Oh.
steam rising up from a vent. So even though some was destroyed temporarily, it's kind of making its way back over as the conversation drags on. But you can
You
still
said it's
see the
coming out
remnants
of
of
a vent.
kind of like it is, but it's only because of like the thermal energy of the mountain you're on.
Damn it.
So you can still see the remnants of where it got dispersed, but
Wait,
it's starting to fill
wait.
back in.
Wait. Aw, never mind. That's not what that fucking thing does. Never mind.
May I investigate the explosive?
Yes.
Alright. I will
Problem
not
is
pick it up and first just try and look if the trigger is still intact and or safe to handle.
You look it over, and this one looks to be missing any sort of trigger, but it does have some wires coming out one of the ends of it.
When the fuck did we learn how to make wires? And by we, I mean the people of Galamora.
Copper wire?
Yeah.
That's existed for a while.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's wiring for explosives in this era. If not, there's fuses, I should say.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you can...
consider resurgent energy. It's not electricity per se.
That's fair,
And-
actually.
Probably cannot be used in the exact same ways, but I I'd assume it has
No, that's absolutely fair. I'm
digits
just
and rules.
I'm
No,
too
go
drunk
on.
to tell. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm just drunk.
Um,
That's.
I assume
radiant
the
damage.
wires are not attached to anything nearby.
No, it seems that they were ripped loose from whatever was above it, or like attached to it. But it does seem like it was part of. You can just tell based on like how this is designed. There was probably more of them that were kind of looped together in a chain, and that this is just part of like a series of these.
All right, I would like to see if I follow the wires, if I can disarm the device properly instead of just yes, I have it loosely
Yoink.
here.
It's worth recalling that at the end of the previous session, I think it was Azim like poked a hole in it and like
He wanted to.
some gas came out of it. Oh wait, did we not actually?
Oh no, wait, that's right. He did.
Yeah,
He
I think
did. He
we-
poked it, and the gas came out, and we were like, "That's probably flammable."
And he
Yeah.
sparked it, and it does.
Right.
Yeah. And you guys do recall that
He
it
did the whooping.
it gave off. It wasn't like an immediate flash of fire. It was kind of a slower. It was odd looking. You hadn't seen fire quite like that, but it expanded slower than you would have expected a burst of flame to.
Mhm.
Granted, it was also in open air now.
Yeah, so it's basically already disarmed.
Yeah.
I'd like to take that with me and kind of investigate if I can see like any identifying marks on it, like who made this thing,
Mhm.
or any of that type of stuff that I could potentially recognize.
You do that. Kind of looking over this thing, you know that it looks like a few components of it are made out of metal, but it seems rather sparse, and that most of this seems to be designed using like tough leather and fabric. And the design's rather odd. It's almost like the device is meant to like fold up in a circular motion, almost like you're wrapping up an umbrella. And it seems like it's designed to expand at a glance.
Okay. The explosive umbrella.
I would like to try and find a way out of this area.
Word.
Hold on one hot second. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Gonna pull out my spell book,
Mhm.
and I'm going to
Woo-woo.
take the time to cast it, which it's only one action, but you know,
Mhm.
she was thinking a lot. And I'm going to cast that. Locate creature, level 3.
Concentration up to 1 hour. Range self, target self, action 1. Ropes my material. Bit of fur from a bloodhound? That's so specific. It's worth noting, chat, I don't track material components unless it's a bunch of money. Describe
Bunch of
or
money
name
or incredibly rare.
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. Sense the direction of that creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you, or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as a human or a unicorn. So long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet, at least once, if the creature you described or named is in a different form, such as being under the effects of a polymorph spell, this spell doesn't locate the creature. The spell can't locate a creature if running water or at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path between you and the creature. That's a very specific... Oh, that's why it names the bloodhound.
Yeah.
It's like tracking scent.
Ah.
Kinda. And I think you know exactly who I'm tracking.
Indeed.
Your mother.
Your mom!
Barack Obama.
Definitely not Barack Obama. Shanti will cast this to try and track where the dwarf is, praying that he's within 1,000 feet or however many meters that is.
You do that, and
Spell save 14. I'm pretty sure this just works. Like, there's no roll for this.
There is no roll for it. I'm just a god.
You cast a
Kinda.
spell remembering Dolgrim the dwarf, and thinking about him specifically, and it very easily, like, the spell can identify him. And you can sense, yeah, he's within 1,000 feet. He's pretty far off, but
Which direction?
he is both in the opposite direction of the rubble and, like, at an angle downwards. And
I'm following it. I don't care. I'm just following it.
Just moving.
I'm not even telling anyone. I'm just gonna turn around and
And-
follow it.
You can sense that it's currently moving at an angle downward.
Mm-hmm. Gonna follow it. Not telling anyone, just turning, walking, and fucking following it.
As you start walking, Elric he immediately catches on, and he doesn't even go like, "Oh wait, stop." He knows what you're doing. He just
Good.
starts walking with you.
Very smart of him to know that he cannot stop this train.
And he calls back over to everybody else. All right, everybody, we should probably get moving. There's only going to be one way out of here. It's further down.
Azim follows along.
So we're gonna go where you said we shouldn't go?
We need to.
Shit.
Don't try and not touch shiny things.
That kill you.
Does anybody have a pair of handcuffs?
It's
Handcuffs.
Well,
I mean, one of their wrists is already cuffed, so you could just hold on to that.
All right, we're gonna hold onto it like a leash.
like a hold on to your hand.
We're gonna put Tyvar on one of those monkey leashes that the white parents put on their kids.
Yes.
Oh my god. Those
One of us should
leashes.
One of
are
us should just
so
hold
funny.
on. One of us should just hold her hand, just like, okay.
Tyvar, do you want a bear pack or a Pikachu pack?
Pikachu.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I actually gotta see if this exists. Pikachu. Kid
Fairly certain I've
leash.
already seen it.
Oh my god, it fucking exists!
Yeah, of course it does.
I just thought of
Oh,
the most devious thing you could put on one of those.
Tell me right now.
So, what if you made one of those backpacks, but instead of like a cute character like a Pikachu or something, or a Disney character, it was just like a pit bull?
Yes.
Oh,
And
no.
the design was like the mouth was around the kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not toddler leash. It's toddler anti-loss.
What about anti-grabby hands?
We're gonna put you in those anti-masturbation mitts.
No.
Little like kitten mitts, just like meow.
These shackles can't stop me.
The dick must be touched. I'm sorry.
Do we actually have something to like be like no to like grabby hands?
We have
could
Elric, I
probably
guess.
Make something.
You can literally hold on to the chain dagger that they have.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I assume you all follow along with Shanti.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who is legit not speaking to anyone. She's just fucking new.
All right, you right off, and people start following along with you.
Yeah.
And let me take a peek at my notes.
One second. As I was just telling Tabor not to touch anything weird, I was like, here, if you want to fiddle around with something, take this, and I will give her a small little hammer that seems to have a mechanism in it.
Oh,
It's a fidget cube.
they're
It's a
gonna
fucking
try to
fidget cube.
figure out
A fidget hammer.
the mechanism. Heck yeah.
I'll let Makeshift decide if you figure it out. However, it is the hammer that can become an actual full-on hammer.
Small hammer.
Okay.
Yes, it is the Warhammer from the first few sessions.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
The hammer
God.
from before the daddy hammer.
Yes. And
Uh,
just to note for anyone that doesn't know this, it is a hammer that can go from tool size to actual weapon size.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask
So-
a really stupid and off-topic question about it? This
Yeah.
is gonna be really bad, and I'm glad that this session is 18 plus. What would happen if you stuck the hammer up
I
your
know where
butt
this is going.
and
Ant-Man
then
style.
you changed it into the weapon hammer?
What is it,
Internal
Ant-Man?
bleeding
die.
and a lot of it.
Awesome.
It'd
Hand
be
it
like
over.
that. It'd be like that
This-
one image of the dude who had like a Buzz Lightyear figure up his back door, and the wing expanded. Got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I just had to ask. Okay. We can go now.
Hey Alex, welcome to the stream. Anyway,
Hey, Alex.
so you'll start walking. While you are walking, first Tyvar, give me I think this would be an arcane check to see if you understand how to use the hammer. I'll call it a DC 15 since you've literally never once. Okay, that's a 20.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
You
My brother in Christ.
30, 20, but still late.
you fiddle with it a little bit, and just and it expands to Warhammer size.
Does it crush them? That's my question.
I don't think it's heavy enough to do that. I think even Warhammer would only be like 10 pounds max.
Have you ever held a warhammer?
Nope.
Have you ever held a sword?
Yes.
Do you know how heavy a sword is?
Yes.
Double that.
All right. Probably be like an actual sledgehammer, if I had to guess.
Probably a little
Yeah.
heavier if it's made out of mostly metal.
So you now have a sledgehammer that reduces down to the size of a regular hammer. In the meantime, while you're all walking towards actually, I should first describe where you're walking to. So as you all start walking through the fog kind of starts to roll in a little bit more. But once you get closer towards as Shanti's leading the way, the buildings start to thin out a bit more. You can see that whatever organic parts there were, wooden windows that open and shut, seem to be falling off their hinges and degrading. And any other parts of the city that seem to have been imported or degradable that aren't stone are starting to just kind of crumble into dust, and they leave behind these hollow husks of homes. But as you kind of get beyond that, the buildings themselves even start to thin out and become less frequent. And what would usually be homes carved out of stone is now just stone of stalagmites and pillars. As you start to make your way towards what looks to be the mouth of a cave, and the fog seems to be thinning out a bit, although it seems to be flowing from here. It might be that something about the architecture kind of cools off the air or slows it down in such a way that the steam becomes more visible. But it's a little muggy down here, and visibility is starting to get a little bit better. And you're at the mouth of a cave, which seems to have a rather walkable path to it. And as you're all continuing to walk, is there anything people want to talk about with each other as they're walking?
Shanti is still not speaking to anyone. She is just following the trail.
Where is Loon in this entire train?
Good question.
She's kind of behind everybody.
Bringing up the rear. All right.
Brock will fall back a bit and just ask Loon, if I'm getting this right, that dwarf, he caused the landslide?
Yeah, he's a mercenary for hire. He was hired to create an explosion.
Yasha,
Yeah.
check your DMs in 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was going to do that.
Fucking same brain cell.
Yes.
You have my brain cell. You have the sober brain cell.
Oh my.
Does sober brain cell Yasha equal drunk brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
That gives so many questions. Why would he do that? How do you even know that?
The brain cell that left Briar's brain to go get cigarettes and milk and didn't come back. Because it went to Yasha.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
I just found a brain
I
cell.
know a lot of
just-
things I was awakened at a young age.
So you just know. Or did you witness it somehow?
I have extremely good perception and, well, I have been around here for a long time. Also, people come through here and they end up interrogating them. And some people talk.
Oh geez, it went real dark when you said that, and it sounded really good. Like, really good.
So Vestia was hiding something back in the day. Fucking knew it. Do me a favor. If you can, and you find number 4, and he just looks very distressed over a Shanti who's like at the very front. Make sure she doesn't get to him. I don't know what it would do to her.
She's going to kill him.
Yes.
It's really cute that you think she's gonna kill him.
It has to happen.
Someone has to kill him. That has to happen. It does not have to be her.
She has to. It's a part of her awakening.
It's really cute that you think she's gonna do that.
God. But I don't think she'll be able to come back from wherever she goes before she gets to kill him.
Who the fuck is laughing?
What?
I heard somebody laugh. Oh no, it's my neighbor's fucking. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna mute real quick.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
As there are moments who decide
Right. You don't speak.
their future, and this is what she needs to awaken. Her well, partially at least.
One second, I need to get back in the fucking moment for that, because Jesus. Oh.
I am so
could you-
goddamn sorry.
No,
It's
you're
okay.
fine, don't worry about it. Could you repeat that, Mars? Please.
There are moments in life that influence the future and yourself, and this is what she needs to awaken. Part of her. She needs to face her past.
She does, but not like this. It will break her.
Let her decide that.
Ow. my heart.
And you guys kind of see Brock just... He will slow down just for a few steps and just look at Shanti walk away, essentially. Fuck. She does. But... Fuck. And he
You
will just...
saved her from becoming me. That is all you needed to do. The rest is up to her.
Thank you. We gotta let go of what we love, after all, at some point. And he will take back out the empty shell that he has most definitely already fully investigated and just take a look at it again and just take it apart. For no other reason than to get his mind onto something else.
You do that. Finding on the interior, it seems behind kind of the leather walls that seem to expand, it seems like it's designed almost like origami art that you've seen, where it sort of unfolds and expands as you start pulling out parts of it. And the interior seems to be kind of a light scaffolding of thin bits of metal, as well as like springs here and there that seem rather sturdy.
He will take out a small notepad and start writing down the exact construction of this.
You do that. You now have in your notes a pretty good rendition of how this device works.
Hell yeah.
Fucking nice.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's
broke
all
my
he's gonna
fucking
be
heart,
doing
bro.
in that travel time.
Azim, Zendil, have you two been chatting about anything or doing anything on the walk down into the caves?
Nothing much, no.
No.
This was no. Nothing.
Are you discussing the car?
No, totally not. What are you talking about?
No. No, I don't know what you're talking about. What car?
What car?
Okay, you know what Zendil and Asim remind me of?
What?
Yeah?
They kind of remind me of that one episode of Hannah Montana where the brother and the guy best friend made, like, cheese jerky or something.
That's actually the single episode of that I remember. Holy crap.
I thought you were gonna say her like Zoolander.
Yes,
like, you know.
Zoolander! Yes!
Yeah.
It's the two in the, blue steel. Oh my
Excuse me,
god.
bro.
I'm not your
Not your
bro.
bro.
Not your bro. Bro.
So, as you're walking, Zendil, you see Elric kind of fall back and approach you a bit. And he starts chatting you up and he goes, "So Zendil, how have you been?"
I've been doing better, been fine. Why?
And,
Is there something different about me you've noticed?
He glances at the tip of the spear that you have and he says, "So, how did everything go in the Feywild? The goddess, Ra?"
She seemed to have melted to the floor. I approached her. I saw visions. But, I don't think she's quite gone yet. For now, I'll just tag along with the rest. Seems quite fun. Until then, you know what's gonna happen.
Well, I'm glad we have you around, Zendil. And from the looks
And
of
how
it,
have you been, Elric?
I think you're quite right. Well, I've been busy creating. Well, as strange as this sounds, I've been working to try and create gods, including the one that nearly killed me, the goddess of war.
a replacement, and you can create gods.
Well, it's a bit of an odd task, but I'm ironing out the details. And, let's just say that has been a bit of a plan of mine. After all, I did happen upon this one individual with some of the most unusual biology in the world, and they wanted me to give them a spear made out of the goddess of nature's body, in the shape of the goddess of war's spear, and they went to go settle in vendetta with the goddess of rot. And it would seem there's been some alterations made to that weapon. And he looks up towards the tip of the spear, which is, it's got like little bits of fungus kind of starting to sprout out of it.
Fungus. Yes, maybe it's grown on me, or I've grown on it.
Grown on me.
Well,
In fact, it might just be both. But we'll see.
symbiosis, nice.
Well, I could check in with you, Zendil. I forgot to go.
Good to see you too, Elric. Good to see you too.
And he picks up the pace and walks back towards the front, closer to Shanti.
Swazam, about that car.
We'll talk about it later.
No, about that car wash.
About that car wash.
Oh my god.
How ripped are you?
Someone's been
Hey,
telling me
we're
this
not
thing about
playing Overwatch 2.
nitro.
No car wash.
Sad.
What?
No car wash for you fuckers.
Fuck you. We're gonna make bank. Alright?
A certain someone has been telling me about these things called hydraulics on the wheels. So,
My god, I
the
cannot
last thing
believe
you
there's
hear.
a canonical Subaru in Diriona, Galamora.
yeah, it's in the shape of a Hot Wheels right now. It's small.
Yeah. Little hot
Might grow
wheels.
later. Acceleracers.
And so, Tyvar,
Yes.
you throwing a detect magic out there every now and then?
Yeah, I have a feature which you can just let me have it randomly.
Nice.
free?
And just check. Yes, for free. It's awesome.
Welcome to Warlocks.
Yeah,
Warlocks are fucking
has a built-in
weirdos and I
showering
love
gun.
them.
essentially. I'm
There's
just-
another one that lets them turn invisible,
Just-
like at will.
Fucking what?
Yeah.
God, I want
That's
that.
cool.
She has free
Yeah.
detect magic. I have a
Elvish
musk.
invocations are fucking ridiculous.
musk. Someone can see. I have fart around me. Oh, that's better.
I can read every language.
Elongated muskrat?
Yes. I can throw my fart at someone. That's it, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
joking.
God.
That's Halo Sports.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, as you're throwing out the detect magics every now and then, you don't really sense too much. It seems like you can get very, very faint auras spread out pretty thinly across the ceiling. It seems to be in areas where the ceiling has a little bit of a glow to it. But aside from that, you don't really sense too much. But that does make you take note of the fact that the ceiling does seem to have a moss of some kind that's glowing a bit on the ceiling.
Is it
There's
magical?
also a few other plants here and there that seem to have a bit of a glow to them.
How high is the
Sounds like
ceiling?
home.
The ceiling? It's like
Don't
like-
touch it.
20 feet up.
But I really,
will.
really want to.
Don't touch it.
It's shiny.
I will.
Somebody
I
stop
touched
them.
moss.
Somebody stop them.
Runs up the wall.
There's also
Big
like
feet.
plants and moss on the ground you could probably touch.
Don't touch it.
Is it also glowing? Does it have magic?
They've
Yes.
got the glow. Like light is literally emitting from them. They're like glow in the dark plants.
I cast Druidic. I make it glow in a beat.
I'm gonna touch it.
You make it glow in a what?
In a rave beat.
So as Zendil's just kind of looking around to the ground, he just and like the plants flicker between colors a little bit, like. and they're kind of going through like slightly more red to slightly more green to slightly more blue, but not like full
Crazy.
strobing RGB.
So this is what you meant by RGB.
RGB.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just poke next to some moss. Kneel next to some moss and poke it. Do something.
It's funny, I'm not high today.
You poke it, and it seems like light kind of like strobes away from it, like a ring of glowing light kind of like skitters away from the point you touched.
Los just looks back and just notices you talk to. He's like, "God damn it!"
I will
Runs
just-
over and just like slaps your hands. Like, no touch.
It's shiny.
No.
Look. And I touch it again and does the ripple thing.
I was gonna
It
just like
does.
words like, "Don't touch." She said, "Not to touch." Stop it.
But they just cross their arms and put their hands in their armpits. And... I cannot touch things.
They're dangerous. You cannot touch. Shanti said not touch.
He that said it. Wasn't
Rock
me.
said no touch.
I'm
Don't touch.
assuming they're standing still and we're slowly catching up to them.
Yeah, they stop for a moment to just like
Makeshift,
touch
I
some
grab
moss.
some moss.
Oh god.
You do?
Yeah.
You kind of reach down to grab. Do you want to grab the moss that's like right next to them, or like right in front of them?
Any moss that's glowing.
Yeah. I mean, the moss that's glowing is like the one they're poking. It's glowing a lot.
Oh no.
I grab some moss, put on my shoulder, and that's it. I wait for it to grow on me. So, at night, you'll know I'm there if I'm making some weird, colorful signals to everyone.
You
You just hear rave beat in the background.
you grab a little clump and like smear it on your shoulder, and
I'll take a bunch of them. Maybe I'll make a moss cloak. Who knows?
sure.
Brave
You
cloak.
as you're walking, you kind of like grab fistfuls here and there and just
Mhm.
put them on your back, and they stick pretty nicely to the shirt that you're wearing or the outfit, and they seem kind of comfy. They have this nice blanket feel to them. They seem to be mixing in with the fungi on your body quite well.
Adding that to the inventory. Moss.
You now have
RGB moss.
The RGB moss on your outfit.
RGB moss.
Does this confirm that Zendil is indeed just a stoner gamer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gamer as in game of hunting. You know, not the thing you play with these like.
Nah, he
magical
plays
devices.
Fortnite.
Fortnite in
he
real
do-
life, in the world, yes.
He do be a gay.
But it's King of the Hill on which animal survives the forest. All right,
Which animal survives your summonings?
my summonings. My summonings are the fallen foes I've hunted.
Now I'm questioning the monkeys. Where the fuck did they come from?
Oh,
That's
the chimps,
true.
they're cool. They're pretty cool.
And
Wait till I see them with
so,
a boat.
as you all continue walking, you start to reach this much a larger area. That's like the cave kind of like widens up a good bit. And it seems more, from what you can see at a glance, it's almost like here and there you can see little flickers of that moss going off. It's almost like small creatures are like walking on them. Give me a who has the highest nature skill?
Other than Elric, or
I have
Maybe
plus
seven.
4.
That's a
I have
good
0.
point.
yeah, my nature's +2, so
Maybe
It's
the
either gonna
man
be
with
Brock or
growing
Elric.
mushrooms on him. I don't know.
Yeah, Elric is he's got a pretty good stat for this. Let me see if he can spot this.
nat 1. Everything's fine.
I'll give him advantage because he is a mountain druid and the god of nature. Okay, the advantage worked.
Hey.
So, Shanti, as you're walking and hot on the trail of the spell's signal to keep moving forward and downward,
You feel Elric stop you by putting his hand on your shoulder and say, Shanti, wait.
She stops and she kind of turns to glare at him, but then she looks in front of her just to make sure that she's not, walking into a wall.
You stop and glare at him, and he says, points ahead of you, and his finger seems to be moving across the horizon a bit.
Okay.
And as you look in the direction that he's pointing, it seems like those little surges of moss lights going off. There seem to be slightly bigger ones that are walking in a rather slow pattern, about 100 feet away, and they look noticeably larger. It was a bit hard to tell in the darkness because it might have just been a smaller creature closer up, but it seems like there's some big creature that's walking across the moss in that area.
Damn. See, drunk me really, really wants to say fuck it and cast Fireball, but I know that's not what Shanti would do.
I don't care. I didn't ask what the size of the room was. I cast Fireball.
There may be no eyes in Elric, but there are 6 eyes, and fuck it, I don't care how big the room is. I cast Fireball.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna cast this.
Well, let me peep this out real quick.
Pass without trace.
A veil of shadows and
Pass
silence
without
radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 to dexterity stealth checks, and can be tracked, and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
I gave you all the stealth boost. Now let's fucking go.
Oh yeah.
God knows I need it.
Yeah, you fucking do.
Clingity clangity.
-1 and disadvantage at stealth.
Let me just hand you a +10 there, buddy. Shanti casts the spell, gently put her fingers to her lips as she looks at everyone, turns around, and starts sneaking by that thing.
You do that. Give me a stealth roll for the group, but without advantage, because with Brock's armor, that's gonna kind of cancel out the advantage you would have gotten from
Okay.
other circumstances.
So just for me?
Yeah, do one
Okay.
roll for the group to see if you get detected as a group. I'll say it's a DC 15 with that.
It's a 17.
17?
Yep.
Nice.
Rolled a 16 +1 stealth, 17. And if we give the +10 that pass without trace gives, that would indeed be... Oh wait, yeah. No, that's a 27 for the group.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So, as you start to pass by that area where it looked like those bigger prints were being made, you all kind of hear a noise that sounds a bit like some clicking, sort of.
No.
Is this a fucking clicker?
No.
Is this a fucking clicker?
I'm out here. Nope, I'm not dealing
out.
with this. Nope.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, brother.
I've seen the last
Burn it,
shot.
burn
I
it
had
all.
to Pedro Pascal
I should
punch
have
with them.
cast Fireball.
The noise seems really high up near the ceiling, and it almost seems like something's echolocating.
I
But
fucking hate this.
You manage to go undetected, but you do take note of the fact that as you passed by whatever was there, for a moment as you looked up for the sound, it kind of seemed like some of the lights on the ceiling were disappearing. Like a lot of them.
Don't touch it, Tyvar.
I'm grabbing Tyvar by the arms.
Time to hold the gate,
No.
baby.
And I assume you all briskly make your way past the thing, whatever it may be.
You're welcome.
Oh,
And
thanks to you.
What can
Should
I
we-
say except
blocked
you're
out the
welcome?
light so it came nearer, or what, did it look like it expanded?
One more time, what'd you say?
You said it blocked out the light, or like some lights were disappearing. So
Yeah.
it like expanded and blocked out the light, or it emitted the light and disappeared then?
So it was kind of as if you were. So if you're looking at my camera on stream, as you kind of got closer to it, it's sort of like it was blocking out a little bit, but then as you pass by it, it like blocked out a lot, and then a little.
Yeah, just move on. It's fine.
So
I
it gave
swear
you
to
the
God.
impression it was something pretty big.
Hmm.
I would just keep an ear out for anything, like any more footsteps, any slithering or clicking.
Can you investigate while walking?
Yeah.
I
What are
do
you
that.
trying to investigate?
What that sound was.
How do you investigate it?
Look up.
You look
My
up
eyes
and
just
you
go
see
big.
some lights on the ceiling seem to disappear, and that like it almost seems like you passed under something big. That kind of pattern.
Big.
Okay. What
But
kind
if
of
you
spell
get
check?
like, I'll say if you get like a 20, I can tell you that your character knows what it is. On like a nature
Yeah.
check.
The odds of that are insanely low, but let's try it anyway.
I will laugh if
Nah, it's not gonna be.
actually.
It's not gonna
I believe it. I believe in you. Positivity, my friend.
be 9. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
Imagine if you get a nat 1 and it's just like, a chicken.
It was your cousin Lewis.
It's just more shiny.
Yep. And so, you can't quite tell what that was. You just knew it was something kind of big, but not. It's kind of hard to figure out exactly what was there. And as you keep moving, Shanti, give me another.
Uh-oh.
Give me a D20 roll with
Uh-oh.
advantage.
Oh, thank fuck.
This would be a.
Oh, thank fuck for
survival
advantage!
check.
Oh my god. Thank fuck for advantage. Oh. Survival. Oh, fuck yeah, and it's a 4. That's gonna be another 17. If
Another
I didn't have
17?
advantage, it would have been a nat 1.
Oh.
But it was indeed a 17. I got a 13, and my survival is +4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. Okay.
No.
Let me look at
I got a
something real
17,
quick.
but
Oh,
my survival is
17.
+4, so it's a 17.
Okay.
Mhm.
17. Now let me look at some real quick.
I heard the
If I
big
get
thudding.
fucked, I'm coming back to haunt someone.
Fair enough.
So, as you travel a bit further, seems like the coast is clear. You know, nothing seems to be amiss. You keep hot on the trail of this dwarf.
I really don't like the word seems when it comes out of your
Yeah,
mouth.
like the second you say "seem," I was like, wait a minute.
That fucking he's twisting the mustache again. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, he's fucking motherfucker.
And
Alright, I guess if there's nothing wrong, I'm just gonna keep going.
What, doesn't Henry or Betsy have some dumb shit in that?
Do I have
They
some
cannot be
bullshit?
surprised, either of them, but that's, I think, only combat stuff.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to stay in the back of the group. Keep detect magic up and just listen for anything following us still.
as
It's
you
scary.
as you
With
keep
caution.
using detect magic, you can feel a pretty strong hum of magic coming from Loon. Like all of her armor and everything she's holding seems to be just like teeming with magic.
Wait, who?
Loon.
Loon.
Just
Pink-haired
Mars.
changeling.
shield their eyes a bit while walking.
Mars is changeling.
Hmm.
Do you want to touch Loon's armor?
No.
Just a tiny bit.
Gonna
Just
lose a finger.
very, very gently, as stealthily as I can without them noticing.
Can I like
Just a poke.
slap her hand? Just like no.
Sure, give me a stealth check
Is
against.
going to she is going to notice.
Give me a stealth check against Loon's perception.
Who's doing a stealth check? Me or? Oh, never mind.
8. All right.
Yes!
Give me that stealth check, Mars, or the perception check.
Oh god. I swear to God.
I'm
It's
gonna-
automatically plus 10.
A point of luck. And I'm gonna reroll that. Because
Oh,
I
you have
really-
the lucky
I really-
feat.
I do. I really want to touch the armor. I
No,
really, really do.
that didn't make it better.
Oh.
You know, I.
So you try as you're like standing close to them. You kind of like eye them up, and you reach to try and touch them, but they do notice. How do you try and like touch them? What does it look like when you do that?
They are literally like crouching slightly to make them smaller, and just quietly reaching out their finger, slowly, just going for it.
The Skyrim crouch for stealth.
Just like
Ouch for stealth.
And
Do we see this?
give me a perception check.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll roll to check. Wait, what did I roll for that? Perception?
Perception, yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, what am I seeing?
Did I roll a
Nothing.
perception check? Since I'm also going to try to see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? Let's make this a gang of under 10s, huh?
I'll basically call it advantage, and if one of you rolls above it, I'll say you both notice.
Okay.
All right.
Why won't you let me? Excuse me, ma'am, please. Let me roll.
I can show you the prank. Shining whatever she's touching.
All right.
As long as I
Okay.
That's not any better.
7. I'll say, since Loon also like passed the check, you guys kind of notice like after a moment, you kind of see like a like reaching up a finger, kind of inching towards them. And Loon, what do you do in response to seeing that?
With the speed of like the flash, she grabs their hand.
You get the most sudden handshake.
I have a feeling you are going to become a dragon.
What?
Dragon D's nuts.
And you are getting the most like intimidating business handshake you've ever been a part of right now.
I apologize. It's just
I don't know if you're just greedy or stupid.
Oof.
Aw.
your armor is just very shiny, magical. Yes, it looks very pretty.
I want you to understand something. Do you know where dragons come from?
Eggs. I heard they come from eggs.
Eek.
No, it's a fucking curse.
Oh. So you were being
Steal you
serious
steal
when
the
you
gold from down in the mine, and you become a dragon. Do you want to become a dragon?
I've already I've already changed body once. It's no, thank you.
Okay, so the not touch thing's okay.
Okay. And then just back away slowly.
You do that.
How dark is this cave path?
It's getting a little bit more well lit. You probably wouldn't be able to read in here, but you can see your hand in front of your face.
So it's still pretty dark.
Yeah.
I rub
Which
two
is-
fingers together. So I think I'd probably need a better thing to see. Yeah, cast daylight on my hand. Or I'll put it on my forehead.
You do that, casting
Maybe
a
like a
big
minor
sphere of
light.
big sphere of light coming out of your forehead.
Mhm.
60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from point you choose within range. The sphere of
God, I hope
this
that
bright
doesn't
light.
blind my.
This bright light
Probably
sheds light on. It's like a miner's helmet. It won't blind you.
Yeah, it's miner's helmet. I want to keep looking up.
And as you do that,
While we're walking.
as you shine a light that's super bright, you're able to see various stuff along like the ceiling. Like it seems like there's a sort of a like sedentary creatures, I think that's the right word, like nesting along the roof of this cave, but they look like big slugs. They seem very dormant and unmoving. As you're kind of glancing around, though, you also notice there's something behind you, and it's rather quiet. But you see what looks to be 4 pillars on the ground, very softly stepping on the ground. And now that the talking is kind of stopped, you can hear this noise going.
I fucking hate you. I hate you.
I
Wow.
knew at the moment people started talking. Like, you're
And
still not in the clear.
as you look, as you see those like 4 pillars, you know that the noise is kind of coming from above it. As you look up, you see what looks to be this very. It's almost like if a horse were on like stilts and it had a very long neck, but its head ended in something more so resembling a bird's
Oh,
head.
what's up, Stevie?
And it keeps on making these like clicking noises as Loon turns towards it and calls it Stevie.
Quick question. What is it? Like, is it a fucking caterpillar? Look at the bird head. What the fuck?
Out of character, it looks quite like a giraffe would, but it's
Okay.
got its head's kind of like beak shaped and
Quick
featureless.
question. Does it have a brain?
Maybe.
Shanti's gonna turn around and shoot sleep at it.
Is it like a chocobo?
And I'm going to cast it at level 4. Make sure.
A
it fucking
chocobo?
hits.
Yeah, except not very feathery.
I cast sleep.
You do that for how many points? 27 hit points?
27 plus 16.
Yep.
You do that, and it seems like it's mostly unaffected. It seems like one of its arms kind of like dips a little bit to the side. Actually, where do you shoot the sleep spell at? At its head?
I'm trying to shoot it directly at its head. Trying to make it go to sleep.
Gotcha.
And there's the
You
spell
aim directly
description.
up at this thing's head, which is very high up, by the way. This thing is like 20 feet tall. And you shoot at its head, and it kind of like droops to the side a little bit, but very slowly. But it seems like it pretty quickly just starts bringing its head back up as it kind of like tries to orient back towards you.
Hey, Stevie, you made Stevie angry.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone, y'all. Send this
I'm holding
creature
my
into a
phone.
magical slumber. Roll 5d8. Rolls how many creatures point, whatever. Starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. sleeper takes damage, or someone using an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's potential. The fucker should be asleep.
He has a
Only if
lot
you-
more than 27 hit points.
Yeah, only if it has less than 43 hit points.
Briar.
I
If
hate
you
all
roll
of
a
you.
total of 43.
Did you fuck us over?
However, as
Shanti
you're
just
looking at
turns
it,
around and keeps walking. She doesn't give a fuck.
it
This
seems to be
is like not her goal. She is not caring. She just sleep and walks away.
Shanti does that and starts walking away, causing Elric to like do a double take between the two, and he goes, Zendil, you might want to put out that light before it steps on you. Those things are very dangerous.
All right.
And
Nice, turn it off.
as you're like reaching up your head to like turn it off, you can see that the creature started to like lift up one of its legs, kind of like slowly and methodically. But as the light goes away and it dims, you can see it like it put its like arm back down on the ground in like one of those circles of moss light spreads out from where its foot went.
Got it. It doesn't like light.
Oh.
Yeah, I power down or something.
His name is
That's
Stevie.
Stevie's a little bitch.
Stevie. Got it. It's Stevie. Big Stevie. Gotcha.
And
I
so you
continue
keep
walk.
you continue to walk.
Yeah, I do walk.
And so you all walk away from Stevie, the big old giraffe-looking bird creature. And as you keep walking, you get to a point where the tunnel, or this big cavern that you're in with the really high ceiling, it seems to start to kind of narrow in. And as you just sort of round a bend, you can see what seems to be a pretty decent amount of light coming from the end of a tunnel you're at. And then, as you start to see that, it's looking like the kind of light that you could probably like read when you're standing in. It's not too bright, but after being in darkness for like hours now, if not like an hour or two. Actually, you probably would have been walking for just like 1 hour at this point. You can start to see like that's pretty darn bright for being down under the earth. And as you're walking, after a few steps have been taken, you see a flash of light come from the direction of that cave mouth, and a loud crack goes through the air as the sort of ball of fire shoots at like incredible speed past all of you. It manages to miss, but it completely destroys a stalagmite nearby.
Ooh.
And then it seems like another one from a very similar position, kind of like up on the right of the mouth of that cave that you're heading towards. Another shot seems to like fire towards you again, and this one's much closer. It like
Makeshift.
obliterates. Yeah.
How long have we been walking? One.
I'll say like 45 minutes at this point.
Okay, cool. That means my spell is still up. Where is he?
You can detect the dwarf seems to be at the end of this like cave here. He seems to be like only a few hundred feet away.
Do I say fuck it and run? Or do I get behind cover?
Well, one of those shots just obliterated a stalagmite to like right next to you, and it tore through pure stone.
Cool, so
Like-
cover's a no-go. I'm gonna start fucking sprinting in a
No,
zigzag pattern.
It tore through like the top of a stalagmite, but it didn't. It looks like it would probably be able to like not go through too much.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
first one you saw seemed to deflect off the ground a bit, but this one tore the top off a stalagmite.
Alright, then I'm actually going... Excuse me one second. I'm going to dive behind the nearest, like, thick group of whatever ones come up out of the ground. I never learned the difference.
Stalagmite.
Stalagmite's got
Stalactite.
an M in it.
tight has they hold on tightly to the ceiling.
Makeshift, that's not gonna stick in my slightly drunk brain.
Okay.
Tell me tomorrow.
So stalagmite, because the M makes a shape like a stalagmite.
Great, I'm hiding behind it.
You do that. Anybody else taking cover from the shots being fired?
Yeah, I take cover.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Major Armor and just duck to a side.
You do that, taking cover. And another shot gets fired from that same position as before, and it hums through the air once again. And we see. Where are my dice? How many people are in the group? Elric, Shanti, Loon, Rock,
I ate them.
Zendil. 6.
Plus Henry.
Oh, and Henry.
How big?
7.
How big is this cave?
It's pretty wide. It's like 50 feet wide. More like, yeah, it's about 50 feet wide, but it's like 200 feet long.
Interesting.
Based on what I'm looking at, I'm going to say 1, 2. I'm just going to use my screen and count down from the top to determine who this gets shot at. 2, 1, 2. Goes to word shot. Shanti, what's your AC?
11.
And you get bonus from full cover, which is. Does anybody remember what the bonus from full cover is? I think it's +3.
Plus 1,000.
Yeah, I think it's plus 1,000.
Not full cover bonus. Because I think half cover already gave +4. Right, no, it's +2 to AC is half cover, full cover is +4.
Gotcha. Does he beat? Does a 13 beat your AC with full cover?
No. It does
Gotcha.
not.
So that bullet, it kind of obliterates the top chunk of the stalagmite that you're hiding behind. It sends like hot little bits of rock fluttering around the air, kind of lighting up the cavern around you for a moment.
Give me 2 seconds, because I really want to retaliate here.
Technically, 3/4 cover is +4, but
What do I have? What do I have prepared? What do I have prepared?
And then,
Oh, I could fuck him up. I could fuck him up. I could make somebody else fuck him up.
Kitty, does an 11 beat your armor class?
It does not. Badly.
Then, from another location, more so towards like the middle of the cave, another shot seems to get fired very suddenly after that last one of the 3. And it goes straight towards Kitty's character.
We're in combat right now.
And it also obliterates like another chunk of stone nearby you, but it doesn't hit you.
They're just gonna raise their arms like in surrender and be like, okay, please hold. We're not attacking you. Chill.
Fucking chill, bruv.
Chill, bruv. We're just passing by, bruv. Calm down, bruv.
You
grab her into cover.
You stand up out of cover after being shot at 4 times by tiny cannons and say, I surrender. There's no need to fight. Knowing that you're chasing down a dwarf who is a mercenary for hire?
I have hope in him.
I can
think
fix
him. Grabs you by the shoulder and yanks you back down. It's like, back down here.
It's worth noting, your character does know that this, like they did hear the other characters say, like they heard Loon say, he caused our childhoods to fall apart, like he destroyed your town. So he's destroyed a town in a bombing.
They're in a bomb factory.
In
They're
a bo-
bombs.
I don't stand up. I sneak to the side, but still sort of hold my hands up and just. I didn't do anything. There's no need to shoot at us. We did not do anything to you. I mean, I did, but they didn't.
Quick question. Is anything being
Yeah.
fired
Cannons.
while Tyvar is trying to appeal to quote-unquote whoever's shooting at us?
No, nobody's. There's
No
no fire
fire?
coming anymore.
Great! I'm
just
gonna
know that-
summon a Fae.
Like 3 shots came from on the far right of the cave, and then 1 from kind of the middle. Summoning a Fae.
I'm summoning a Fae, and I want the Fae to grab him.
Hocus crocus.
No, it's not
You know-
Hocus Crocus, because I don't think a toad can take down a dwarf. And plus, I don't like Hocus Crocus. Well, Shanti doesn't like him. She likes
You dare-
Salamander.
Use a
You dare
powerful toad.
question.
No,
You
I
know
would
the
like to
powers of the
hire.
toad.
If
Oh,
you had that
my
ring
God.
that allows you to change spells based on the lettering, you could change it to summon Bay, and it would just work on Elric.
Oh my god, he's already right there.
Yeah.
Why would I
So
summon him?
sorry.
He's right there. Although, Brock, I'm gonna definitely need you to work on that so that I can do that later. Anyway, I'm gonna summon. I'm trying to think. I need a Fae that has arms and legs and can tackle something. Makeshift, it's your world, man. What Fae am I summoning?
Based on the level of the spell, you could summon dryads. I
Cool,
think
I'm gonna
2.
summon a dryad, and I'm gonna make it try and tackle him. Whoever's shooting at us.
So you summon them, and you summon them, I assume. Where do you summon them?
What's the farthest I can summon them from me?
90 feet.
Gotta summon them 90 feet closer to the fucker.
And you summon them 90 feet ahead of you, so about halfway towards where you can feel he is. And you can feel he's somewhere around the mouth of the cave right now.
Yeah.
And actually, you broke concentration on the previous spell because this is a concentration spell.
But
so you
I
no longer tell
could have
exactly
tell
where he
where.
is.
Yeah, I can't. I could tell if he was moving, and if he wasn't moving and he stayed over there, then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, fuck it. Great concentration. Summon a Fae. Tell him to go that way. Tackle him.
You do that. Summoning a dryad, this sort of brightly lit feminine figure appears 90 feet in front of you. Does it summon? I forget how many this summons.
I only need
think
one.
I think it's just one, yeah.
And I
You
think
do that.
the spell has a stat block attached to it.
Does it?
Yeah, it should.
In D&D Beyond, it does.
Yeah.
Do I
I mean,
look
yeah,
like I have
Roll20
D&D?
doesn't have it in it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What are those bitches from Skyrim? The ones that like vibe out in the woods, and if you run across them, they start trying to kill you.
The tree ladies, yeah.
Yeah.
What are those?
Dryads.
Yeah, those are
Spring?
dryads.
Those are dry. Fuck yeah! Oh my
basically-
god, that's so cool.
Yeah, so you summon something looking kind of like that, and they stand up. Wow, this thing does not have as much health as I would have thought it did.
No,
They do have good healing.
I just needed to tackle him.
And you summon that, and it starts making its way towards the far side of the cave as fast as it can, sprinting ahead of the group. And let me see what this thing can do.
Bend him over and spank him.
Bend him over. Oh my god.
Bend him over.
And so
Bend over, you must.
the dryad starts moving
I hate
towards him
you.
as quickly as possible in this rather graceful run. Let me check something.
And then you see from kind of the left side of the cave, another shot gets fired off. I'll say that one's at disadvantage because I know what's happening with that one. It still hit.
Fuck.
So you see one of those balls of fire shoot and nail the dryad right in the leg. But they continue to keep moving against the pain.
Fuck yeah, strong
And
pay.
they have used up their movement for that turn.
Are we in fucking combat?
Kind of. This is more like a chasing, sort of.
It's not initiative combat, but it is combat.
Yeah.
What if I try running?
Does anybody else have any plan?
How far away are the shots coming from?
They're like 150 feet out right now.
Are we pushing it back, or are we running away?
Question: are these like bullets, or like just arrows just going really, really fast?
They do seem to be bullets, but it's hard to tell. It's almost like tiny cannonballs.
Oh, okay. So it's like 1700s like golf ball bullets, like kind of like that, or slightly bigger.
After you did that summoning, Elric watched as like the dryad still got shot, and he's like, "All right, 1 second. Let me try something. Stay here for a moment." And he molds earth and puts a big cube of dirt in front of him, and he starts walking that forward towards the.
Oh, that's
the
fucking
other side of the
genius.
cave.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, right, because I'm tipsy.
It's those margaritas talking.
Margaritas.
And he starts walking towards the end of the cave with that in rather slow increments because that block cannot move fast. And as that happens,
We lost.
somebody get. Oh no!
Oh no!
Again, no.
We lost.
Oh boy! And so, as he does that, he begins his march towards the other side of the cave, trying to navigate around stalagmites here and there. And a shot gets fired and lands into the dirt, and it doesn't manage to go through it. So it seems like he's safe behind that thing. And he's just gonna be doing that while you guys can also determine what you choose to do.
What if we just
think?
What if we just all stack up on the dirt and just like slowly move forward, and we get closer, we just like attack
That could work.
like a SWAT team stack up, where like one person has the shield and we're all just back to back.
Are the cannons grouped up?
It's hard to tell in the dark, but it seemed like there was multiple shots that came from the right, but then only one shot came from the middle, then one shot from the left, and then it seems like another shot came straight down the middle again. So currently the most shots came from the right.
But it is several locations, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 different ones.
Okay. The closest one you said is like 180 feet away?
Yeah, it's pretty far away.
Fuck. Okay, that's not in range. I would like to shields up, make my way from one stalagmite to another, somewhat in the same direction Elric is going, but a bit further out.
Gotcha. So you're also doing the mold earth strategy?
No, I am doing the shields up, and I'm going to be casting shield if I get shot at strategy.
Gotcha. I blanked for a moment there. You do
Using
that.
up to 26 AC.
Nice. And as you step out from the stone, another shot gets fired from the middle, and it kind of plinks right off your shield, and that thing hit hard. But it did not go through the shield.
I will take that as keep going.
You do that, moving your legs, and you quickly start getting further ahead of Elric, who's needs to like move this block one block at a time.
Like pushing the blocks in Breath of the Wild.
Okay, me as a player, I want to be mean to Elric, but Brock would be.
Are you sure he did fuck his daughter figure?
True.
So I think the fucking gauntlet
Survival or retribution?
Vindication!
Hey, show!
What are you gonna do?
Wait, this fucking thing gives me fireball.
Fuck yeah!
I don't have it on my character sheet. Where the fuck's fireball? 1 second. Let me
You
put
need
that
fireball?
on.
I can give you fireball. I got you, brother. You want fireball? Here's fireball. You like fireball? I give you more fireball.
Yes, fireball.
I can give you more fireball.
Okay, that's 150 feet. I'm assuming after like a little bit of running, I am in range for that.
Yeah, basically after the end of your movement, actually. Yeah, you're in range to cast fireball. Holy shit. So,
Good roll.
I have 2 casts of fireball from this fucking gauntlet. Thanks, an 8. Which direction are we going again? To the right?
there's like 3 locations the gunfire's coming from. Elric seems to be going towards the middle. But the right side is where the like group of 3 shots came from.
I would like to fire the fireball into that group.
You do that.
Extending my hand and just feeling fire. Thump.
And from that point, a massive ball of fire erupts, and it immediately engulfs the area over there. I think
Welcome back.
Kitty has returned. Nice.
Yeah, Kitty has returned from the void.
And you lose. Ooh. And as you do that, after a moment of the fireball engulfing it, you hear a few more noises inside of it, like some crackling, and then another ball of fire, like another one of those little cannonballs, like shoots out, but in a direction that's like back where you would have been, and just completely misses all targets. And for a moment, like the whole cavern lights up pretty well, and you manage to see. Give me a perception check, DC 10.
Where's my perception? There it is. That is a 14.
You manage to spot the dwarf who's at the end of the hallway, as his gun seems to glimmer against the light of the fire, and it seems like he was stationed in the middle. And he just turns and he like runs from that, with that dryad starting to get closer to him.
Oh, so it's just him. There's
Maybe.
no one else in here.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be that for me for now, I guess.
All right.
Is anyone else doing anything while me and him are running.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
run
I'm pretty
to.
goddamn useless at this point.
Look, I run with you guys.
I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
follow.
I'm gonna run. And
You all
speed.
start running, and still seeing Elric just pushing his big block of dirt. And he glances over and sees all of you just running past now, and he's like, "Wait! Oh, crap!"
Oh,
Kitty's
Kitty wants to do hold person.
full person.
Oh,
Oh my god,
Show me
yes,
that spell description.
Kitty.
This this Tyvar 1-uppies. Is that what it is?
I think you
Uppies.
need to click on it for her because she isn't on her PC right now. Yeah.
Uppies.
oh yeah.
I've got hold
Let me
person, I got
go-
it. I think. It's fucking Christ.
Like, if-
I do not have hold person. Somebody else do it. Oh,
what is
it's,
hold person? Is that just like
it's
a
a
strength?
spell.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
never mind.
I don't have hold person, not on here at least.
I
It's
definitely do not
prepared,
have
I
it.
think. Yeah, it's not
Here, I
prepared.
think it's in Elric's spell list. Where is this?
But Eldrick is busy with the block.
No, he just was like, oh fuck, they're running. Okay, time to run.
Okay. Can't I just like pick up Kitty and like put her over my shoulder and just run? Like, we're going.
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends on that target. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher. Okay, so it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, and the range is 60 feet. I'm going to say he's still further than 60 feet away, though. So you cannot reach him with the hold person spell.
Bullshit! Somebody throw Tyvar.
Throw.
Fucking throw him. Henry, throw Tyvar.
Throw Tyvar like in Titanfall 2.
Oof.
Oh, but wait. Couldn't you run real fast with... Oh, yeah, you typed in.
Yeah.
Can
so
I
she's
run
having
with the
session.
spine? Yeah, you want W movement speed with the spine?
Ooh.
The whole W spell.
Giving you more like 100 feet. Actually, no. How far would you have been? I'd say with that, you'd be able to clear the distance. Yeah. Okay. So, you managed to get just in range of him as he's like turning around and pointing his gun at the Dryad again. And he loses another shot. And... let me see here real quick. He misses the Dryad. So the Dryad's still sprinting towards him, or kind of hobbling since he got shot in the leg.
Fuck you, bastard.
And he needs to succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Ha
Is that a fucking 1 I see?
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
How does it feel,
So,
bitch?
you see Tyvar seem to sprint at an uncanny speed ahead of all of you. And then they come to a complete halt as they cast a spell. And you see the dwarf, like, as he's like starting to go over like a lip in the ground to like go downhill a bit more, he seems to freeze and tumble forward. And now combat is over. Since you have paralyzed the dwarf.
Hell yeah.
Shanti is going to keep running until she gets past everybody.
All I just imagine is we're just running and all we hear in the background is this Black Betty.
Black Betty, bam, alarm.
Black Betty.
fuck, I'm gonna put that on the soundboard.
Yeah, dude.
Y'all are
it's
probably
funny.
gonna hate me. Okay, what does the area look like at the moment that he's like held in? Is it a tunnel? Is it the fucking whole ass cave? Like, where are we?
So you're currently in a cave that's narrowing and it's quite
Right.
long. There's a good amount of stalagmites around that you can take cover in. He was running away towards a more well-lit area. That seems like the stalagmites are kind of coming to an end. But he was running towards some lit area.
Ooh. Y'all are not gonna like me for this. The second that she gets close, she's gonna turn around. How tall can these be? Hold on. How tall can these be? Not that tall. Yeah, it's just spikes and thorns. Never mind. Is there any, like, ledges or something that I can... I'm trying to get him to a spot where no one's about to stop me for what I'm about to do.
You might want to be a bit more concerned with actually getting there first.
Okay, fine. Then I'm gonna run. I'm gonna keep running. I said I ran past... I want to run past everyone.
You want to run past the group, and as you do, Elric kind of takes note of that, and he's hot on your heels trying to go after you. Trying to tell you to stop. But
Blood in the ears, adrenaline's pumping. What'd you say, perception?
Yeah, DC 15.
Perception. Please tell me I make that. I forgot what my perception modifier is. Hold on.
And as you're running, you hear Elric call out.
Yes, that's beautiful. 16.
You hear him call out, "Wait, there's a..." And then, as you hear that, you manage to notice that there's kind of like this glimmer, like a thin string running along the ground. Give me a dexterity saving throw to
Dex
not
save? Oh, thank
trip
God,
that.
my dex save is better than my strength. 15.
15. As you kind of like run towards it, how do you want to try and avoid this? You want to give just like a little hop.
Yeah, like track leap. Track and
You do
field run.
that. As you just barely skim past what looked to be some sort of problem on the ground, but then as your rear leg kind of passes by it,
Oh fuck.
you kind of misjudge the distance, and you just barely touch it. It's hard to tell. It seems like you hardly did anything at all. You couldn't even feel the wire, and like a very loud bang crackles like right behind you and crosses the distance between you and Elric. And
Fuck.
lands like a searing, glowing hot point on a nearby stalagmite.
Oh, thank fuck it missed. Okay, good. If it hit him, I was gonna feel real bad. Okay. I'm just gonna keep running. Get up.
And he
Did I
calls
trip?
out. No, just your foot like tapped the wire at the back.
Wonderful. Gonna
But,
keep running.
He calls out, "Shanti, be more careful."
She's not listening. It's at that point where the adrenaline is kind of taken over, and she does not give a fuck. Is she gonna regret it later? Definitely, but...
And you run right past everything else. And pretty quickly, you manage to, and everybody who's also running and keeping up pace, you manage to avoid any tripwires because you just saw the previous one go off. And
You're welcome.
you come across what looks to be a dwarf lying face down in kind of an odd pose. Like he's paralyzed.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask. Is there anywhere I could take him to where no one's gonna stop me?
Brian,
Do you have any teleportation spells?
I do.
Let's see.
Okay, well, I have... Where is it? Oh, and it's
Right.
prepared. I'm a smarty. Look at me. Misty Steep. And I think I also have...
Briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. As a bonus action, so you can just teleport like 30 feet away.
Yep, that's just her, not two people.
So I can't drag him with me, fuck. I should have used that earlier. Fuck. My other plan was to block them off with Spike Growth. Would that work?
It would have hurt Elric's feet. It would hurt everybody's feet if they didn't pass the saving throw.
You don't
Well,
want to
then
hurt
don't
our
touch it.
toesies, right? You don't want to hurt our toesies, right, Prayer? Oh, little toesies.
She will
Listen,
murder you
Streaky.
for that, man.
Streaky,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you were about to save a penguin from a melting iceberg, would you give a fuck if doing so meant you had to make a little prick on your friend's toesy?
The penguins can swim. Penguins can swim. They're very good swimmers.
The water's full of leopard seals.
It does like 2d4 damage. It's really painful.
I know. That's why I'm telling them to not step in it.
Granted, you all also did see that spell pop tires on that car. so-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I cast it, who's gonna be stupid enough to step in it?
I'm gonna vortex ward past it.
Fuck you.
I'll run up the walls.
Fuck all
Although-
of you.
Actually, would I? Having had that conversation with Loon.
Exactly. Damn, I wish I had fire. I'd put up a wall of fire.
Do I have wall of fire? Oh.
You might have it. Shanti does not. I did not take that spell when I was learning stuff. Can I
You're
levitate
really
with two
trying to
people?
find a way to stop us.
Can I take a dude up in the air with me? Can somebody read this? For some reason, the words are jumping around.
Yeah, sure.
That do be the margarita. Levitate. Casting them on action.
The
range
four of
60
them.
feet. One creature or object you can see within range. Duration concentration up to 10 minutes. One creature or object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration of the spell. Can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. An unwilling creature that succeeds a constitution saving throw is unaffected.
Does that mean I can pull him with me?
Okay.
Can I take him with me?
Sure.
Fuck yes. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. So the second Shanti reaches the dwarf, she's gonna grab him by the back of his armor and cast levitate on the both of them, and pull them as high up into the air as they can go, without smashing into the ceiling.
One creature or object of your choice that you can see within range, so you can't target
fuck.
two things.
That's bullshit. I can't read. Thought it was both of us. This is fucked. Okay, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast it on him. He's gonna levitate. 30 feet up. Is there enough space for him to go 30 feet?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now I'm gonna cast Mold Earth. And that is a cantrip, my friends.
Minecraft Tower?
Minecraft Tower. She's gonna go up in the air.
You do that. Minecraft towering up a little bit. And much to the confusion of everybody who's watching this happen, as right as they reach you, kind of like mold earth 5 feet up into the air, block at a time.
Fuck y'all,
And
y'all ain't
it's-
stopping this shit.
It seems like some of those
are we?
stars.
Wait,
Remember when
it
you,
is
like-
5 feet blocks at a time? It really is Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft
Remember those stars that were appearing as you like had the call with Elric?
Yeah.
You're starting to see a few of those kind of like floating around you. Like you noticed that as like you started using your magic just now.
Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. So nice.
Can I run up the tower?
Can you let me have my moment?
No.
Fuck you! She's gonna hurt you if you come up that tower. If you come up that
Ye-
tower, she's gonna hurt you.
You
You
wouldn't
trying
hurt
to
me.
run up the tower?
I try to run up the tower.
Oh, ignore
As
that.
you see this this clump of earth continuously like pushing itself higher and higher up and from the ground, more of these like glowy bits in the air start to like float around near Shanti and also they seem to be taking up the space between the party and Shanti. And you're gonna try and like dash storm up this tower.
I'll prevent him from doing so.
You bitch.
Do a
Yes!
con
I
save.
love you.
Vortex warp. You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The target must succeed a Constitution saving throw. The target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice you can see within range.
I am going
Alright.
to teleport him right into Henry's arms.
Nice!
Give me that Constitution saving throw.
So if I fuck up the Constitution saving throw, I like that's it. This is like
You're teleported, yes.
okay. Come on, baby. No one time I actually want to get a good roll. Come on, give it to me. Shit. Goddamn, this could have been funny.
A fucking
It's gonna
4.
be good.
You
Goddamn.
get teleported away, and more of those floaty star bits seem to be appearing as like this tower reaches away a bit further and further, and Shanti gets a little bit closer towards that floating dwarf. And Elric also tries to like jump up towards you, but seems like the stars are. It's not quite like they're halting him. It's almost like he's slowing down as he tries to get closer towards you. It's very odd. He's like closing less distance with the same movement. And pretty quickly he's like not really making much progress towards trying to like climb up this like dirt spike you're making. And you end up reaching this dwarf who's paralyzed, floating in the air. What do you do?
When you say paralyzed, does that mean he can't speak?
Does hold person? I think it.
Just grabs her body.
I think it does.
Fuck. I don't think I
no
have
monologue
anything to
for you.
remove that.
It is the paralyzed effect.
I'm going to say that I will drop concentration on hold person, or generally drop hold person, and instead cast spider climb on Elric that I see trying to climb up the rock.
Y'all really just don't want me to have my moment. God damn, can't I just kill someone in peace?
No.
Yeah, I'm just.
Spider
Zendil's
climb,
gonna-
I think is a touch spell.
So you
That
need
is
to
very
touch
true.
Elric here. Yeah.
So you try and run over towards Elric to touch him.
Yeah.
Yes. You do that, and your concentration on hold person drops, and the dwarf kind of like, oh, what the hell? And he's starting to like panic a bit as he's got control of his limbs again. And what do you do, Shanti? Now that he's no longer paralyzed.
She's going to walk right to the edge of the cube, the Minecraft tower she's made.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna like kind of lean in towards him and just goes, "You took everything from me. How many others feel just the same as I do and have to live next to you? How many have shared the oxygen you breathe knowing that you killed so many?"
He
And it's
gives you a
more like she's-
perplexed look.
It's more like she's talking to
you
herself.
talking about?
I know what you've done. And I can only assume that's why you drown yourself in alcohol. It's a terrible way to cope, really.
What the hell do you know about me? Want me down from here?
No. Because it seems you've lived the last several years without punishment. When a child breaks the rules, they must be punished, and then they learn to not break it again. Why do I have a feeling you never learned that lesson? What are y'all doing in the Roll20 chat?
He's trying to do a strength check.
Give me a hot minute.
And the dwarf doesn't seem to
God
respond.
fucking damn
He's kind of eyeing up, like he's looking back and forth between you and the party. And as it breaks free of Henry,
Oh my
I run up the wall
God.
again.
you try and sprint again.
Yeah, I run up the wall again.
Okay.
Quickly dashing towards it, you run towards it again, but as you start to climb towards a similar position that Elric's in, the star thingies floating around you, something weird is going on. Like, you can feel yourself moving. It's not like you're moving through anything thicker, but it's almost like the space between you and your goal is getting longer, even though you can see it still there in front of you. It's like this strange sort of dream-like state where it's like getting further and further away from you as you keep trying to close the distance more.
Okay. Can I technically use stillness of mind on this if this is like affecting me?
What does stillness of mind do?
Like, I know it says like charmed and frightened, but it's like, I don't know.
Nah, that's an effect on your mind.
I'm definitely not
okay.
doing either of those things.
Noted. Just maybe. But I'm still running.
He's still trying.
I'm a speed.
And so, as you do that, he's, the dwarf is still hovering there, and he's mainly just like, it seems like he's kind of done speaking. He's just looking back and forth between you and the party.
Shanti kind of waits for him to say something. And when she realizes he's not going to respond anymore, she kind of just tilts her head. And she pulls out her spell book. I promise to never use this spell. Look at you, making me break a promise. And I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer at the 6th level.
How far is that from the wall? From the top?
Sixth
A fucking
level.
gnat, are you kidding me? At least it still does more damage.
How far is Asm?
And you do that to him.
Bringing out his worst fears and making him hallucinate them. You want to read it? I can send it to you. Here we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I clicked on it. It's open now.
Don't care, you still got it in the
action,
chat. Everyone gets to see.
Within range. You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range and create an illusionary manifestation of your deepest fears, visible only to that creature. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target becomes frightened for the duration. Let me roll the d20 for him. 16. However, his wisdom is not good. He actually has a -2.
Oh,
So
fuck,
he-
yes!
I'm gonna say he failed that.
Yes, he did! He failed it!
So lands will
Because of the
succeed.
necklace Mars gave me. He fails it. Let's go!
Or take 4d10.
Can I roll the damage instead of the damage that the spell did?
The damage that it rolled only... This is not 4d10.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I'm
Oh,
asking, can I
15.
roll it?
It rolled 15, so yeah, I'll say that. That's a fine amount of damage.
Okay, I won't roll it then.
And so you see the dwarf kind of like wince in pain for a moment, and you can feel that the spell worked. Like you can tell like the hallucination enter his mind. And like it should be showing him his worst fears. And anytime you've heard of the spell being used, it's ended in people screaming in hysteria. But he just seems to have winced in pain at what you know is the psychic damage. And he's just kind of not doing anything else.
Shanti realizes that he's, like, it worked, and she realizes it worked, but he's not giving her the reaction that she wanted. And going against basically everything she's ever stood for, she's gonna cast it again, 5th level. We're gonna try this bitch again. She wants him to scream.
How far
He
is
has-
Adam on top of the
He
wall?
has almost a confused look on his face as he's like, giving me a headache. And then you start casting the spell again at an even higher level.
No, my first one was 6th level. This is a lower level, actually.
Okay. And then
I only
with a
have one
confused
6th
look,
level slot.
casting it again, and I'll say he once again fails the save. And again, he takes a good amount of damage, but he just seems kind of perplexed. Like he's not. You can feel the magic worked on him. He's seeing whatever his worst fears are. But now, around you, the lights that are kind of halting Elric and Azim as they're trying to reach you, they're like glowing a bit brighter, and the world around you seems to change a bit. And to your side, you can see some imagery. And it looks, and like the dwarf also looks over at it. And it seems like an image of smoke is pouring out of the building. And he just kind of stares at it for a moment.
Shanti is going to look at this for a minute. She did live in Diriona for a while. Do I recognize that building?
No.
No?
Based on when the thing he's thinking about occurred, you don't recognize it.
Got it. Okay. You know what? 3rd time's the charm. One more time for posterity's sake, and maybe it'll make the whole image that Shanti's seeing a bit clearer. One more time. My last 5th level spell slot. Phantasmal Killer. 5th level. She wants to hear him scream. I hate saying that.
Awesome is really trying to run his ass over.
You do
Damn,
that.
you care about me.
And from your perspective, Azim, still, you can feel yourself moving towards them, but it's like you're not closing distance. It's the strangest feeling you've ever felt. Like you've never
Don't we
seen
love the
magic
manipulation
like
of
this.
space and time?
I fucking hate you. I'm gonna
And-
figure this out.
As you cast it again, this time the lights of the stars around you glow even brighter, and the scene changes for just a moment. And as he's looking over at that like previous spectral form of the smoke, it sort of clears and like it zooms away, and you can see what seems to be like this vision of like the moon hanging in the sky. It seems like there's a small townscape, like a skyline, along the ground with reflections here and there. And you can see that the vision is focusing in on what seems to be a silhouette down in the town.
Oh, I really
the
want to
dwarf
see what
speaks.
that is.
And the dwarf says, "Ah, I see. So that spell's just meant to do this. Well then." And you see him pull out something from behind his back, and sort of like sandwich size. It's kind of weird looking. But he clicks something on the side, and for a moment it gets a little brighter. And then in kind of this popping noise, a very bright flash of light shines across the room. Give me a Constitution saving throw, everybody.
All right.
Including you, Elric. Oh, he fucking failed that shit.
That is a, what's my con save?
Let's see how bad it's gonna be. Oh,
That's
wait,
gonna be a
never mind.
16.
Hey, Zendil, good rolls. Let's go. Let's go, Jet.
Oh, fuck. That's almost as low as it can go for me.
The one who's not fighting is, having have a chill time.
So, Zendil and Azim, I'm gonna say that it still blinds you just because you're like staring straight up at what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But Zendil, you end up not getting blinded, but you see a flash of light appear, and you have to like kind of squint a bit, and it's hard to see what's going on. But you see something drop from where the tower was, And then as everybody
small?
else... Oh, and Loon, you also see this. Yeah,
Is it
it
small?
seems like it was the dwarf.
So it's humanoid shape, not an object.
Yeah, it seems like the dwarf just fell and like concentration on the spell was dropped.
Hmm.
And Shanti, you're also blinded because you are point blank staring at a flashbang.
Can I pull him?
That's fair. How long does it take me to regain any sense of my vision?
Just a few
Actually-
seconds, like one turn.
Okay.
All right, never mind. That
Can I
dwarf is
say-
clearly more than 10 pounds.
She was blind. So while she is blinded and can't see, she can definitely still hear, correct?
Yes.
Does she hear the dwarf drop? Like maybe hit the ground or something?
Yes. You feel him hit the ground and you can hear the direction he starts running.
I'm gonna follow. I'm going to drop the mold earth as fast as I possibly can and then follow him.
And Elric and Azim both like fall backwards as like the weird star spell around them kind of dissipates and gravity gives out and like returns them back to the ground.
Yeah.
And Brock, as your vision comes back to you, you see Shanti quickly dismounting the big lump of dirt, and it kind of like a wave appears as like she's like trying to get down to the bottom really quickly. And you see the other dwarf running towards something against the wall. It looks like there was a tarp covering it of some kind, some sort of cloth. And you see him quickly yank it to the side. And a cylinder is right there. Like one of those wall cylinders he pointed out before that's like meant to drop you really quickly inside the earth.
Oh, okay.
And you can tell, based on the design, you know all the stories about these things, that they can take off some limbs if they drop when you're not inside them. They're meant to be fast, not safe. This is Diriona we're talking about. And you see Shanti running towards him, or getting ready to sprint
I was
towards
gonna
him.
say, let me guess, it's aimed at us, not downwards.
Oh, no. He's getting into something that was hidden behind the wall.
Oh,
it's
he's
aimed
getting
downwards.
Okay.
It's like a tubing.
And you know
Yeah.
from experience, these things only fit 2 dwarves, not comfortably. It can't fit a human. Or somebody who's large-sized. And you see Shanti sprinting towards him, and he's looking like he's about to fiddle with those controls the moment he's in there.
How far away is he?
He's about, like, 15 feet away. He ran to the nearest wall of the cave.
Because I would like to once again cast Vortex Warp on him this time.
Oh?
Once again, Constitution save, DC 16.
Let's see if he gets it. He has a +2 to Constitution.
Oh,
I
fuck.
was gonna say, he's a fucking dwarf, he better have a
Yes!
modifier.
You warp him.
Right.
Where do you warp him to?
Fuck yeah.
Henry.
Once again, I warp him directly into Henry's arms and just yell, Henry, hold him.
Give me a Henry strength check.
Alright, 1 second.
That beats a 14.
Henry.
Come on.
Oh my
God damn
god,
it, Henry.
Henry's not rolling well today.
Henry's a bit rusty.
That's okay. He
Bit-
just got
bit.
like rebuilt. That's all right. Which
Yeah.
we're still proud of him.
Yeah, he's our boy.
And so the dwarf pries his way out of Henry's hand, and he just kind of like backs up away from him and kind of like hardly is looking around, and the disorientation of being teleported. He's like fiddling around looking for any other tools on his body. And he's staring down the group.
I would like to walk up to him because Henry wouldn't be that far away. And I would like to cast Reduce on him.
Tiny man.
Thank
Hey.
Go
you.
for it.
Which, once again, spell save DC 16 on... Where the fuck is... Constitution.
And what size would this make him if he like shrinks?
Half.
Oof, half of a dwarf? That's like the size of a dog. Holy shit, that's a 3.
Oh. And I would then like to just hold it by the head myself.
You do that. He is now
Put him in a
really
jar.
small. It's like you're holding like a toddler. Like, he is tiny.
And he's just like cursing and shouting, trying to be let go.
Does he have a high-pitched voice?
And I'm gonna say I kind of want to end the session there, just with you guys holding the now captured dwarf who almost slipped through the cracks.
He's a roach.
The roach.
Ah,
And yeah, I'll end the session there.
Okay.
that was very good. 10 out of 10. I got my seed.
No vengeance for you.
Fuck you, I'm getting my vengeance.
No.
Oh,
As
it's
a knows
happening.
from experience, vengeance is never the answer.
Sweetheart, it's really cute that you think she's gonna kill him.
Ah.
Really cute.
Hmm.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us on this slightly shorter session of Untold Realms Rise of Vestia. We will not be having a session next week. All of us actually have something to do that Saturday. So we will be back on the... Oh dear God. Somebody help. March something.
The 21st for Path of Destruction, most likely, and the 28th for Path of Destruction, but then the 4th of March.
Nice, 4th of March. Okay.
Yes.
21st Path of Destruction, 28th Path of Destruction, and then the 4th of March will be our next Rise of Vestia session. And I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So thank you all for coming. We really do appreciate it, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye, my friends.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
I also gotta go.
All right.